Hello, I'd like to tell you today about the Feng Shui Institute.org. It is a treasure chest of all of the knowledge of Feng Shui, all in one place. It's been running for over 20 years. It's a free site with free information. It gives away a lot of information that other companies, schools charge for. At the Feng Shui Institute, it's completely free. Let me tell you all about Feng Shui. Let's begin with what is Feng Shui. Feng Shui, or wind and water, is one of the 5 arts of Chinese metaphysics, and essentially the study of how the energy of our environment affects us. Currently analysing and balancing these energies allows us to retain the positive benefits and remove negative effects. Unlike modern methods, traditional Chinese Feng Shui is not based on religion or superstition. It is an ancient art and natural science that has been tested, developed, and practiced for thousands of years in China. In fact, it was not limited to the Chinese, and many ancient civilizations used a form of it. Why do we need Feng Shui? Modern lifestyles are extreme, often far removed from our natural environment, and we suffer more stress and anxiety as a result. We also construct buildings that, although aesthetically pleasing, have inbuilt stress that we easily absorb. You do not have to believe in Feng Shui for it to have an effect. It is already working in your space. And our environment affects us all, impacting our lives at work and at home, either positively or negatively. However, analysing a space and balancing it correctly allows us to alleviate stress and live a less stress, happier, and successful life. Many people read about Feng Shui from books on the internet, but are unsure how to use it in their home or office. Often it seems the more you read about Feng Shui, the more confusing it becomes, and the less likely you are to practice it. This is due in part to the different schools or methods of Feng Shui, some of which are simplified versions of the original teachings. Let me go through those now for you. So Feng Shui can be confusing to the beginners, and quite often the more you research it in books or the website, the more confusing it actually becomes. This is because there are many methods of schools of Feng Shui. Some methods are very quick and easy to use, while others are more advanced and require knowledge of complex techniques to fully understand. However, all the classical methods originated in China and have been tried and tested over thousands of years. We begin with one of the earliest types of Feng Shui, also known as the mother of Feng Shui. And this is form school Feng Shui. The oldest documented form of Feng Shui, form school, is how Feng Shui was practiced thousands of years ago, before the invention of the magnetic compass. These ancient people studied the land, qi flow, and the principles of yin and yang. From this, they learned how best to site their homes, ensuring plentiful harvests and healthy livestock, thereby ensuring their own prosperity. Today, using form school means analysing natural features such as trees, hills, mountains, rivers, and lakes. In an urban environment, analysis includes other buildings, walls, and fences. Form school is still relevant today and particularly important in flying star Feng Shui. As an alternative, we have black hat Feng Shui. Although thousands of years old, the term Feng Shui only really came to be known in the West within the last 30 years or so, with the introduction of black hat Feng Shui. Generally, this is the first type of Feng Shui that people come across and use, although many using the system are unaware of its actual name. In an attempt to simplify the complex rules of traditional Chinese Feng Shui, black hat uses the bagua, also known as an energy map or bagua grid, to divide a building into 8 life aspirations or stations. It is also common to see the bagua meaning 8 trigrams, incorrectly divided into 9 sectors. In its original form, black hat Feng Shui does not use a compass, and the main door is always in only one of 3 sectors. Sometimes directions are taken into account and incorrectly referred to as being part of compass school. The simplicity of this system means that black hat Feng Shui is very popular. However, it relies on the power of a positive mind, and in particular the use of decorative enhancers or objects that you must place around the home to keep you positive and focused on your goals. If you like these new age accessories and they fit in with your decor, that's fine. But traditional Feng Shui cures were simply the correct use of color, shape, and natural materials such as plants and, of course, water. Traditional Feng Shui masters are more interested in the type of qi that enters a site. To achieve this, we use more than just the simple bagua. A Feng Shui master will also use Chinese astrology in conjunction with Feng Shui. Because using Feng Shui in a building without first analyzing the energy of the people who actually live or work there is meaningless. We want to see the effect of the space on the people and balance it so they can become fulfilled and successful. Let's move on to compass school Feng Shui. Compass schools, as the name suggests, uses compass bearings and various Feng Shui calculations. But within this group, there are different methods, such as 8 mansions or 8 house bar jur, are increasingly popular but very often misunderstood. This system uses the 8 trigrams to designate auspicious and inauspicious sectors of a building, but having been greatly simplified, often causes great confusion. Although useful when properly implemented, 8 house does not account for the effect of time on the energy within the building and is therefore not as dynamic as other methods. Flying Star Feng Shui. Flying Star Feng Shui, or Zhuang Kong Feng Shui, is considered one of the most powerful and long-lasting methods of Feng Shui. It uses a lopan or Chinese compass to gain an accurate compass bearing of a building, together with complex calculations that supply specific information about the site. In essence, it's an engineer's slide rule, which gives us countless levels of information about the direction and the energy inside our house. This degree of accuracy ensures the Feng Shui analysis is not only unique to that building, but most importantly, that the effects of time are taken into account. The occupant's birth date should also be used in conjunction with Flying Star to help identify the relationship between them and the energy pattern of their environment. Recently, Flying Star Feng Shui, along with many Feng Shui methods over the years, has become very popular. But unfortunately, this complex system has been greatly simplified and therefore not necessarily applied correctly. Calculating a Flying Star chart is quite easy, and indeed there are websites that will calculate the chart for you, even providing advice on how to rectify problems. However, computer-generated information can only be general, as producing a Flying Star chart on paper is not the same as analysing a space in real life. Your home or workspace is not the same as others, not even neighbouring buildings. It will be decorated differently, have different colours, textures and fabrics, and you will probably use your space in a completely different way. On top of that, you're also very different from your neighbours, and that's a key component. Some parts of the building may also be active and more quiet, all of which have a significant bearing on the flying stars. Interpreting a chart in relation to a space is complex, and flying stars should only be applied together with in-depth analysis of how it specifically impacts those living and working within the space. Learning professional Feng Shui methods, the Feng Shui Institute's distance learning course covers every aspect of Feng Shui and Chinese astrology and are suitable for all levels of experience, from complete beginners to established Feng Shui consultants and practitioners, teachers of Feng Shui and masters.
I think the Infinity Plus is starting to work, Alan. One of the programs I put in to fill all my workshops to capacity, I have 6 people who committed an 18-month course, and it has a capacity of 8, so I have a feeling it's going to manifest another person as well, which is someone else I got on reserve. So something's happening, definitely happening here. I think this thing is working. I can feel it. I can feel the energy building on this thing. I just sort of sit there and stare at it. It's where the way the water pulsates and the spirals go around. It's quite magical. We'll see what else happens.